Hello children, welcome back to the English class. Let me start this class by making a pardon because in the last class while taking grammar I made a small mistake due to slip of tongue, and that was instead of saying clump of cactus I just said it is clump of clusters. Do you remember children? So for that it was a slip of tongue, and for that I make a pardon now and make it, if you have taken down the note as a clump of clusters, please make it clump of cactus. Okay children, so now let's start our class. Last day I just stopped where I told that it is going to be an ashes series between the mongoose and the snake. Do you remember children? Now let's see the fight, how it's going on. The cobra and the mongoose got ready for the fight in a clearing beneath the banyan tree. On seeing the mongoose, the cobra made a hissing sound and its forked tongue darted in and out and raised its body 3 feet out of the 6 feet off the ground and spread its broad hood. Now hissing sound, I told you the sound of the snake, and forked tongue. What is forked tongue? Just see here. You can see the tip of the tongue is like a fork. So it is described as forked tongue. And darted in and out. The forked tongue was darted in and out. Have you seen the snakes darting its tongue in and out? Means the speed with which it is putting in and out its tongue. And it raised its body 3 feet out of 6 feet off the ground. The length of the snake is 6 feet. Out of that it raised 3 feet. Okay, off the ground and spread its broad hood. Now this is the hood. This portion is said to be the hood. Okay. The mongoose also got ready for the fight. It's by brushing its tail, and the long hair on its spine stood up as it got ready for the fight. At first, the cobra tried to mesmerize the mongoose into making a false move by swaying from side to side very slowly, very slowly. But the mongoose very cleverly avoided meeting the snake's eyes. So clever, isn't it children? What did the mongoose do then? It fixed its gaze at a point just below the cobra's foot and moved forward to attack. I told you this part is said to be the hood. Then the mongoose was gazing just below the hood, means this part. It was gazing just below here so that the mongoose will know the slightest movement of the cobra. And it fixed its gaze at a point just below the cobra's hood and moved forward to attack. With very quick movements, the mongoose bit the cobra on the back and darted away to escape. Darted away means very fastly it escaped from there. When the mongoose bit the snake for the first time, the cobra also tried to strike the mongoose but failed. And there were some spectators to watch the fight. Always there will be some spectators whenever there is a competition or there is a fight, isn't it children? So here the spectators were 2 birds. One is the crow and the other one is the myna. These two were there, and also the boy who was sitting on the banyan tree, who was unnoticed by the combatants. So these three were the spectators for the fight, and the crows were watching the fight sitting on the cactus. They hurled at the cobra the moment he struck. The cobra tried to strike the mongoose, and when the cobra tried to strike the mongoose, the birds hurled at the cobra but ended up colliding heavily in mid-air. So what is meant by hurled? Hurled means whenever they are in a fighting mood, the birds used to make sound. You might have heard the crows, how they make sound while fighting. So here actually the birds were supporting the mongoose, not the cobra. That's why they hurled at the cobra but ended up colliding heavily in the mid-air. These two birds collided each other and it ended up like that. The mongoose then sprang aside and bit the cobra again. By this time, again the mongoose went and bit the cobra. The crow and the myna also dived at the cobra but bumped into each other. Second time also, when the cobra got the bite from the mongoose, these birds, they were again interfering in this fight. And what happened? They also dived at the cobra but bumped into each other. Means they again collided into each other. The mongoose attacked the cobra for the third time. Here children, you should know that the cobra got the bite from the mongoose 3 times. Do you have any idea who is going to win the fight? Is it the poisonous and super fighter snake or the mongoose? Who is going to win the fight? Let's see. So, when the cobra had been bitten by the mongoose for the third time, the cobra also tried to attack the mongoose. But unfortunately, this time the poisonous strike of the snake was received by the crow and it had a bad end. Again the mongoose and the cobra returned to fight. The cobra was tired and weak now. The mongoose went near the snake fearlessly and raising itself on its short legs, it snapped the snake by the snout. What is snapping? Snapping means to break quickly with a sharp sound. To break quickly with a slow sharp sound. And snout is the long nose of an animal. So here the mongoose had broken the hood part of the snake. That part is said to be snout here. The cobra writhed and lashed about in a frightened manner. Writhe means to twist its body side to side. When you beat the snake, it will twist its body side to side due to pain. So here the cobra started to writhe and lash about in a frightened manner. Lash means to move violently or suddenly. Now it has become so weak that we should know that the snake is going to lose the fight. It even tried to coil itself about the mongoose but failed. Due to the pain and due to the weakness, it tried to coil itself about the mongoose but again it failed. The cobra writhed and lashed about in a frightened manner. By getting the bite from the mongoose, the cobra started to writhe. Writhe means to side to side. When we beat a snake, you might have seen it will twist its body side to side. So the cobra writhed and lashed. Lashed means to move violently or suddenly. It was twisting its body and moving violently here and there due to pain. Due to the confusion, due to the fear, due to the pain and weakness, the cobra was not knowing what to do, and it suddenly tried to coil itself about the mongoose. It tried to coil on to the mongoose body, but it failed. The mongoose, what did it do? The mongoose hung on to the snake's snout until it ceased to struggle. Means it was biting its snout. It was biting its nose part or the hood part very tightly until the snake ceased to struggle. Ceased, C-E-A-S-E-D. Ceased means to stop. Means the snake has stopped struggling for its life. Till that time, the mongoose held on to the snout of the snake. He then gripped the snake around the hood and dragged it into the bushes. Then the mongoose gripped the snake, means it just hold on to the hood of the snake and dragged it into the bushes. And that's the end of the snake. This was the fight between two rivals, the mongoose as well as the snake. Now from this fight, what did you understand, children? There was a bad end for the crow. What did you understand from that? The crow was not the combatant in this fight. But again it has to face a bad end. Why did it happen? Because it interfered on unnecessary matter. Isn't it, children? So what should we understand from this? We should know that unless and until we are asked for help, we should not interfere in others' matter. Yes? Got it, children? Now let me read the lesson. Please keep your finger or pencil through the lines while I am reading. Okay, children? Hissing defiance, his forked tongue darted in and out. The cobra raised 3 feet of his 6 feet off the ground and spread his broad spectacled hood. The mongoose bushed his tail. The long hair on his spine stood up. In the past, the very thickness of his hair had saved him from bites that would have been fatal to others. Though the combatants were unaware of my presence in the banyan tree, they soon became aware of the arrival of 2 other spectators. One was Maina and the other a jungle crow, not the wily urban crow. They had seen these preparations for battle and had settled on the cactus to watch the outcome. Had they been content only to watch, all would have been well with both of them. The cobra stood on the defensive, swaying slowly from side to side, trying to mesmerize the mongoose into marking a false move. But the mongoose knew the power of his opponent's glassy, unwinking eyes and refused to meet them. Instead, he fixed his gaze at a point just below the cobra's hood and opened the attack, moving forward quickly until he was just within the cobra's reach. He made a feint on one side. Immediately, the cobra struck. His great hood came down so swiftly that I thought nothing could save the mongoose. But the little fellow jumped neatly to one side and darted in as swiftly as the cobra, biting the snake on the back and darting away again out of reach. The moment the cobra struck the crow and the myna hurled themselves at him, only to collide heavily in mid-air. Shrieking at each other, they returned to the cactus plant. A few drops of blood glistened on the cobra's back. The cobra struck again and missed. Again the mongoose sprang aside, jumped in and bit. Again the birds dived at the snake, bumped into each other instead, and returned shrieking to the safety of the cactus. The third round followed the same course as the first, but with one dramatic difference. The crow and the myna, still determined to take part in the proceedings, dived at the cobra, but this time they missed each other as well as their mark. The myna flew on and reached its perch, but the crow tried to pull up in mid-air and turned back. In the second that it took him to do this, the cobra whipped his head back and struck with great force, his snout thudding against the crow's body. I saw the bird flung nearly 20 feet across the garden, where, after fluttering about for a while, it lay still. The myna remained on the cactus plant, very wisely refrained from interfering again. The cobra was weakening, and the mongoose, walking fearlessly up to it, raised himself on his short legs and with lightning snap had the big snake by the snout. The cobra writhed and lashed about in a frightening manner and even coiled itself about the mongoose, but all to no avail. The little fellow hung grimly on until the snake had ceased to struggle. He then smelt along its quivering length and, gripping it round the hood, dragged it into the bushes. The myna dropped cautiously to the ground, hopped about, peered into the bushes from a safe distance, and then, with a shrill cry of congratulation, flew away. From the story, what did you understand? Do you think it is good to fight with others? In our life, we have to face so many situations, like there will be difference of opinion in all matters. Human beings are like that. We have to face difference of opinion in some matters in our life. So how should we deal with such matters? Is it that we should have a tit for tat attitude, or should we inculcate in us forgiveness? What do you think? Make a note on it and submit it as assignment. Your assignment for today is that you have to write the 7 questions from question number 7 to 14 textual questions in your file, as well as you have to make the short note. Okay, I hope you got it, and see you in the next class. Bye.